Hello and welcome back to Shadowtraders. For those of you who have not heard any of the other tapes that we've made, any of the video recordings of trades that we're doing, my name is Barbara Cohen. I'm the CIO of Shadowtraders. I'm here this morning. I'm just going to tell you this is what happened early this morning. You can see we had a hot trade right here that we called a great entry to go in, and we were all set for it. Look at, you can see some earlier trades. We had calls here and we had a call here, both of which were nice trading opportunities. We had a high here and we had a low here and we had a high here and we had a low here. And now we have this current trade. Now this is what happened this morning. This is July 27, Monday morning trading. And normally you find that in Monday morning things are not actually that exciting in terms of trading, and yet this morning we were really cooking. You can see this gorgeous trade again. We had the exact moment that we called it. Here's another indication it was going to go. We had a fractal cross. You can see the red line and the green line. Red line means this is support and green line means resistance, and when they cross it means we're going to get a big movement. Additionally, we had this big blue line that came out telling us that something was going to change direction. You get that real early on. Look, we had that 2 minutes before it actually happened. This is a 1 minute chart. We just hit a high here, and the market's going to come on back down. Now watch. We hit, what did we hit? We hit one of our pivots. See this pivots? There are actually 17 pivots that belong to the futures. These are not pivots that you find that these are not the same as the stock pivots. These are futures pivots. We just hit these pivots and bounced right off of them. Couldn't penetrate, couldn't go through. Notice that we were at this pivot right down here as our low, and we went all the way up to this pivot as a high. Without pivots, I'm not sure how you can trade futures. I'm not sure that it's a viable alternative here, is to find something else. Pivots are essential to the market. Again, we have another blue line indicating to us change in direction. It did stop. It was coming down. It changed direction and went kind of back up. Got stuck, what? On a pivot. Got stuck on a pivot. You see these lines are pivots. Got stuck. Coming back down right now, though. Because what do we know? This is the high. And until we get a low, this is the high. It's going to continue to come down. Notice we just touched the fractal. We just touched it. Now you're going to get some support there. It's going to be kind of resistant to go any lower. Supporting right there. Notice how it bounces off of that. Doesn't want to go through the first time. Very tough. See how it kind of bounces right there? Need more momentum to get through it. Now we hit a pivot. And it's still bouncing. Still haven't gone through there. They're just hanging up at that fractal. And they're hanging right above the pivot. We're just waiting for them to give us some direction here. But already we had an excellent trade. This was about 3 points. 3 points. Coming back down, we're already at 2 points, and we just got another indication that the market's going to come down further. Just got that indication right there. Second indication, confirmation. These two are confirming each other. The problem, we got to get through that pivot. Got to get through the pivot. Let's see what happens here. But we were absolutely correct. Notice these blue lines. The blue line here told you that something was going to happen, and sure enough it did. Blue line here told you something's going to happen, and sure enough it did. So you had two indications that are very leading. 2 minutes. Look, this was 2 minutes before it actually came down. This was 2 minutes before it actually shot up. That's a pretty heavy-duty leading indicator. And this is coming down. This gave you an indication it's coming down. We're at the pivot. Actually, we've just hit 2 pivots. Just hit 2 pivots. And they're holding, trying to hold here at the pivot. See, they just ran right into it as if it were a brick wall. Boom. See how they go down a little and come right back up on the pivot? Again, there are 17 pivots. Without them, I don't know how you can trade. Look at that. Get a nice little doji there and said, no, I don't want to go any further. I want to stop. Trying to reach down through that pivot. Look at that long tail. They do not want to let go of that pivot. There's the low. Fractal tells you that's going to be your low and try to come back up. Sure enough, look at that, coming right back up. That was your low, and it's coming back up. That's how you trade with fractals and pivots. So combined, you can kind of get an idea of what direction the market's going to go, up and down.